all about heightening our sense of sound and taking inspiration from literally anywhere. We can make sounds, we can make music, we can take feelings, we can do all sorts of things with sounds just generated from random stuff that we can find everywhere. The first and possibly most obvious found sound is from your own body. So first thing, I'm using my voice. Everyone unmute and make whatever sound you want with your voice. Go. But let's think about what other sounds can we make with our body. We can make sounds with our hands. Okay, go ahead. That's awesome. So we heard some clapping and snapping, maybe some hand rubbing. Next, we can also think about even very soft and simple sounds, even with our breath. Hopefully we're all in a place of calm and chill, and we can focus on the sounds around us. So this is all about looking around, finding absolutely any object that you can find and discovering what kind of sounds you can make with it, and maybe what those sounds remind you of. What kind of feeling does it give you, and what are things you notice about it that you might not notice if you weren't doing this. Basically, we're all going to choose a random object around you to explore. If you start with one and you don't like it, maybe you can think about choosing an object that opens or closes. Or you could find something that's the color blue, or that starts with the letter S, for example. Think of something that you don't usually use to make sound. Maybe I could think about, what does it sound like if I tap on it? What does it sound like if I scratch it? I notice it has a texture, different interesting textures in there. Wood, metal, plastic, all make very different and interesting sounds.
So I found a plastic cup, and when I tapped it, it reminded me of rain pattering on the window.
If I have a pen and if you rub it against it, it vibrates your hand and it feels really weird.
Ooh, yeah, that's a familiar sound, but I'm not sure what it is. Ooh.
My pen's tapping on a water bottle.
Yeah, it's awesome that we can make sounds that make us think of other things, and we can even draw or write whatever those sounds make you feel, what they make you think of, what other senses do you notice, figure out how we can use these sounds in our music or even in other kinds of art.
Music is my heart story. It's a lifeline. I'm speaking to women, people of color, who would like to hear that they're not alone. I've always gravitated towards music and art as a way to really express myself. If I'm feeling down or if I'm feeling sad, then I go towards making something. Yeah! Makatuya Sikwe incorporates African American and Native American traditional storytelling to talk about my identity and experience, and also the grieving process of people of color, specifically the Native and African American community. I'm experimenting with using found sound. I love this idea of being able to create layers and a melody and rhythm. This Dutch place is on indigenous land, and the Dutch West Indian Trading Company is notorious for shipping African slaves. That has been on my mind a lot, but what's beautiful about communities of color is there's a sense of resilience and renewal. The Shed has given me a lot of hope. I want to just be able to keep telling stories through music and through performance. These days.
how sounds inform our world. So we could hear from Christine's son Kim that her experience with sound is based on other people's reactions because she's not hearing. So her sense of sound was based on the people around her and how people made her feel about what sounds were being made. And her art, explores that.